And who's beginning?
You are. Wait a minute.
Oh, sorry about that.
There you go.
I was welcoming everybody and you couldn't even hear me. Welcome to the Freedom Revolution Zoom call. My name's Sandy. I will be hosting along with Carolyn and Terry and Nancy. We're here to talk about family health and how we can take control of our future. We're not asking you to buy anything or sign up for anything, just sharing information and stories, so sit back and enjoy. Would you agree that being healthy today can be challenging? We all want to look good, feel good, and live long, and we're here to help you do that. We are part of a healthy living revolution. We're taking our health back in ways that are simple and doable. The goal of this healthy living revolution is to empower people to make simple changes to achieve better health. We have tools to help people do this: free resources, nutritional support, and the organization that makes it all possible. The team at Healthier Living Revolution has created a selection of excellent resources for families to use. We have a cookbook of easy, healthy recipes that taste great, short webinars on trending health topics, a home fitness series, and our Start Strong program, designed to raise up a generation of active, healthy children with a positive body image and good nutritional habits. Ask the person who invited you to direct you to the Healthy Living Revolution website. We know that nutrition is the foundation of good health. Fruits and vegetables aren't just good for you, they're so good for you they can save your life. And we need to flood our bodies with raw fruits, vegetables, and berries every day. But this is hard to do. Think about it. How many days in the past week have you eaten 9 to 13 servings of fruits, vegetables, and berries? Even the best eaters need help with this. That's why we're so thankful for the nutritional support of Juice Plus. Juice Plus is over 30 different raw, vine-ripened whole foods. It's non-GMO and NSF certified. There's no contaminants. I call it a salad bar in a capsule. And I am going to is it Terry who's going to be talking about how they get all that in a capsule?
Yes, it is.
All right. Terry, take it away.
Thanks, Sandy. Okay, so how do they get it all in a capsule? Well, first, the fruits, vegetables, and berries are picked at peak ripeness. And about half of nutrients in produce develop during the last 48 to 72 hours of ripening. So this is extremely important. The produce that we buy at the store has to be picked before it is ripe, or it would be mush by the time it gets to us. So this means the nutrient content of store-bought produce is not even close to as high as it is in the produce in Juice Plus. So the produce is then ground up using the entire whole food. This means the peels, the leaves, the seeds, whenever possible, which provides much more nutrition than juicing. In an orange, for example, up to 80% of the vitamin C is found in the peel. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't remember the last time I ate an orange peel. So I'm missing out on all that vitamin C. But if you take Juice Plus, you're going to get all that vitamin C because the peel is part of the produce that's in the capsule. So the mixture is then gently dried at low temperatures, keeping all of the enzymes active, and put into a capsule or a chewable. Now, one of the things that I love about Juice Plus is that it's scientifically proven. There are over 35 studies published in peer-reviewed medical journals. It's the most researched nutritional product in the world. What I'm going to do is share my screen, and I'm going to show you a brief video that talks about one of these most recent studies. And give me 2 seconds. And here we go.
I'm here today to share the results of an exciting new scientific study conducted on Juice Plus at the University of Newcastle in Australia, published in the scientific journal Nutrients. Researchers recruited 56 overweight adults over the age of 40 who, like most of us, don't eat enough fruits and vegetables every day. Half of the group received Juice Plus Orchard, Garden and Vineyard for 8 weeks. The other half received an identical appearing placebo. So what did they observe? In the Juice Plus group, they observed a reduction in cholesterol of 3.5%. According to the researchers, this reduction matches a weight loss of almost 9 pounds and about a 9% reduction in the risk of cardiovascular disease. This was observed after just 8 weeks of ingesting these concentrated fruit and vegetable powders. But that's not everything. They screened for low-grade chronic inflammation. Low-grade inflammation is an indicator for a higher risk of chronic diseases like cardiovascular diseases or even some kinds of cancer. In this subgroup of people with higher levels of systemic inflammation, the study showed a 7% reduction in cholesterol, and this matches a cardiovascular equivalent of losing almost 20 pounds of weight and a 19% reduction in cardiovascular disease risk. They also found a reduction of LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol, and an increase in lean body mass. But there is even more. The influence of nutrition on our genes is a new field of research called nutrigenomics. We know that genes are responsible for our health or disease situation, but what many people think, that they are victims of their genes, is simply not true. Our lifestyle impacts more than 50% of our health, and diet plays a major role. Genes can be turned up or down by what we choose to eat. So, the Australian researchers analyzed changes in gene expression in the Juice Plus group. They wanted to know whether supplementation with Juice Plus affects certain groups of genes involved in inflammation and DNA repair. And now get this. They found that over 1,600 genes were changed after just 8 weeks of taking Juice Plus. The message here is simple. Good nutrition from a wide variety of fruits and vegetables is proven, once again, to be an important component of good health.
Okay, hold on one second. I lost, there we go. Okay, so that's pretty exciting. The food, it's not a vitamin. It's not even taxed in Ohio because it is a food. And it has a food label, not a supplement label. So you can see here it has a nutrition label, nutrition fact label. That is the same as you would see on a bag of broccoli or carrots or apples in the grocery store. It doesn't have a warning label, so it's safe for people of all ages, pregnant, nursing mothers, children, elderly, even professional athletes. And there are no contraindications with any medications. We also have a whole food protein shake called Complete. And this is a vegan, gluten-free, high fiber shake at a low glycemic load. It's great for breakfast, post-workout recovery, or a healthy snack, and it comes in chocolate and vanilla. And there are also complete bars for awesome on-the-go nutrition. And then we have what's called the Tower Garden, which is an amazing way to grow your own produce. So you can ask the person who invited you tonight to tell you more about the Tower Garden. So now I'd like to move on and hear from a few people about what Juice Plus has done for them. And I'll start off just real quickly. We've been taking Juice Plus, my whole family's been taking Juice Plus for almost 2 years now. And we've seen some great results. I mean, I could go on and on about it, but from regularity, my youngest was chronically constipated and had to have Miralax every day to function. After 4 months on Juice Plus, we threw the Miralax away, and he is able to function normally without issue. My oldest is an athlete. He does CrossFit. He's a CrossFit coach and a CrossFit athlete. And I'd say in the past year or so on Juice Plus, we've just seen amazing transformation in his body. And every day he comes home from his workouts and it's like, okay, well, you know, how was your workout? Oh, I had another PR, another personal record. You know, oh, I benched, you know, I don't even know, these crazy numbers. And it's just, you know, he's 18 and it's just amazing to see. And, you know, he doesn't go a day without taking his Juice Plus. It's out on the counter and just wonderful. And then myself, I used to be borderline anemic, went for my physical this year and had stopped taking my iron supplements probably about a year ago and she said, oh, everything looks good, and your triglycerides are down, and your iron's great. And I said, I used to be anemic. And she said, oh, well, you're doing your Juice Plus, because I told her about it last year. And I said, yeah, that's all I'm doing. So she was very happy to see that. So we love our Juice Plus. I know others on this call have some wonderful stories and successes. So maybe Nancy, do you want to talk a little bit? He's got to unmute.
Okay, there we go. Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy Rogers, and I've been in healthcare for over 30 years and have seen the results of poor nutrition and the role and toll it has played on health. For our family, from an athletic performance side, my son Brian was a competitive swimmer, and it just impacted his ability to recover without as much pain. The inflammation was less, as we just heard in the video, and his performance, I don't think he ever peaked. He just stopped swimming. He didn't swim in college, and I don't think we saw the ceiling to that performance. And it'll be interesting to see how your son does with his CrossFit. I'm sure the human body, has standards of where they can plateau, but the wonderful thing is, you're feeding your body and your cells, and the repair and the buildup can occur. And that's what we're talking about, is just how do you live life with greater vitality, and wherever you are on the spectrum of health and wellness, whether you're just a couch potato right now and are wanting to do more, or if you're an elite athlete, adding additional nutrition to your diet in the form of produce and plant-based nutrition is always going to improve wherever you are. And the beauty of Juice Plus is they have the clinical research to support it, and the stories to reinforce it. For us, it's just been a lifesaver for just dealing with daily life and the stress of trying to get enough nutrition in our body with busy schedules. And we have a special needs child, so her nutritional requirements are even greater. You just heard about gene expression and DNA, and that has to do with, also what you're born with and what your family legacy is, and the hereditary factors. Or if you're born with a congenital disability or disadvantage in that area, you require more nutrition. So it really has provided help in filling that nutritional gap wherever you are on that continuum. And it really has been our health insurance wellness plan for our whole family.
Thanks, Nancy. So Sandy, I guess, do you want to go talk a little bit more about your story? I know your guest probably knows it, but maybe you can add a little bit.
Yeah, Judy knows that, that's when Joey stopped having seizures, was when he started taking Juice Plus. But she may not know some of the other stories, like the asthma that disappeared when I started taking it, and when my daughter added the Vineyard and she wasn't wheezing anymore and she could throw away her inhalers. The same thing has happened to lots of other people. She may not know about my cousin, who when she first started taking Juice Plus, her blood sugar in the morning was between 250 and 275. And after 3 weeks on Juice Plus, it was 112. And she had made no other changes other than just taking Juice Plus. But see, we have a study that backs up those results, because it reduced the insulin resistance in people. And that was in youth, but still it's going to reduce the insulin resistance. So, and I also had another friend whose son was a type 1 diabetic, and he was a young person. And when he was on Juice Plus, his blood sugar wasn't doing this anymore. It just leveled out. It wasn't doing all the, spiking and diving anymore. And so it does help level the blood sugar. So I've seen so many things, and most of them seem to be related to inflammation, like asthma. That's an autoimmune thing, and it's also, it causes inflammation. So there are studies that back up the results that people have had. And we've heard so many thousands of stories, asthma, autism, cardiovascular stuff, just amazing stuff. Macular degeneration. I know of one person who, her pastor, she had asked her pastor if he could officiate at her daughter's wedding. And he said, when is it? And she said, another 6 months. And he said, I won't be able to read by that time. I won't be able to do it. And because his eyes were deteriorating so quickly. And she asked what the problem was. And she said, I think this might help you. And he started taking it within weeks. He could read again. So, I mean, it's so incredible. And I just get so amazed because it's just food. Who knew the power of fruits and vegetables and berries? But that should make sense. But after we've been taught all this medical stuff, it's not a medicine, it's a food. Don't throw medicine at it, throw food at it.
Awesome. Thanks, Sandy. Well, I know Carolyn will talk about food being thy medicine and her hope in a capsule, and maybe give us a little information on the company behind all of this. You got to unmute, Carolyn.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
One of these days we'll all figure out how that we need to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now I have to get me in the picture here. I don't know how to do that either. Supposedly, when I start talking, I will show up, right?
You do on ours. You're the main picture on mine. So.
Oh, you're the main picture on mine. Okay. So here we go. So some people want to know, who is this company? Who is the Juice Plus company that's gifted us with these incredible products? And, those stories, I just still am just in awe of those kinds of stories. And so who is the Juice Plus company? Well, they're a community of people on a mission to inspire healthy living around the world. And our mission is to bring hope. And that includes not just hope for health, but also for a more secure financial future. And so just to tell you a little about who the company is, it is the company that manufactures and retails the most thoroughly researched nutritional supplement in the world. If you don't believe that, ask Siri. That's a really fun thing to do. You just go, hey Siri, who's the number one manufacturer of the most researched nutritional product in the world, and she will tell you. And this year we're celebrating our 25th birthday, so that's a lot of fun. And but the company itself is nearly 50 years old. Was started by our president and founder, Jay Martin, who is still at the helm. We are privately held, we're debt-free, we're a multi-billion-dollar company. And one of the things that attracted me to the company is that there is a family benefit package for people who reach the top positions of the company. And that includes an amazing insurance package along with college assistance, holiday bonus, monthly expense allowance. And our life was always pretty unstable. So that was something that really intrigued my husband, who said, gosh, Carolyn, you need to take a look at this. The Juice Plus company also is a company all about giving. We love healthy living, but we love a healthy giving. And so we have impacted over 1 million families through the Children's Health Study, in which kids ages 4 through college can receive free Juice Plus with a sponsoring adult. And the results that their families have reported are just amazing. Juice Plus is also the top sponsor of the annual St. Jude's Marathon. Last year, we raised $10 million at that race, and for the St. Jude's Research Hospital. We're involved in the Boys and Girls Club. The goal is to have every Boys and Girls Club in this country own a tower garden, and that we would gift that to them. And so if any of that's information that you want to learn more about, we would be glad to share that when we have more time. I personally learned about Juice Plus 12 years ago. I wasn't looking for a business. I was looking for hope for healing, and I found it in a capsule. And I have to say, it is so much more than that. because now I get up every day and I get to make a difference in someone else's life. And I gained my health back and so much more. And recently, it's occurred to me that I get to do so much more than someone who's not taking Juice Plus that might be my age. I know that I was kind of listening to people talk about the flu, and that was devastating to so many people this winter. And I had a touch of it myself, which is very rare. And yet I've bounced back. And I see other people who are still struggling, trying to regain the level of health that they had prior to getting sick. And I'm always amazed at the power of fruits and vegetables, even though I've been eating this for 12 years. My husband was the sole provider for our family. He traveled a lot. That was super stressful, but I knew that I couldn't go back to teaching and raise 3 children with him traveling all the time. And one of our children has special needs also. And so this was a way to maintain my sanity, if you would. And so when I learned about Juice Plus initially, I had been diagnosed with breast cancer. And that's why I call Juice Plus my hope in a capsule. But I wanted my whole family to take it. And I said, if you buy enough of this stuff, can you get a better price? And happily, the answer was yes. So I just registered with the company and I became my own customer. And as time went on, friends and family were kind of amazed at the changes in me, wanted to know what I was doing. And so it didn't take long and I was paying for my family's product. And that was the goal. And then my husband really took a closer look at the marketing plan and he loved it. It's just a very fair marketing plan. And he said, Carolyn, this would be a way for you to make a difference in our family's budget. And when I really looked at it, I thought, this is something I could retire into instead of out of. And it was beyond my wildest dreams that I would ever have a paycheck again. And yet now it's a reality. So it's really been a blessing in our life. I want to just thank you, Judy, for being with us tonight. I hope that some of what we've provided, when we stop the recording, you can ask any questions that you like. But hopefully this has been valuable and encouraging, inspiring. Just as we close up our time together, I just think about things that sometimes go through people's minds when they've heard this presentation. And some people are ready to take the next step in their health, whether it's to check out the free resources on healthylivingrevolution.com or add Juice Plus to their daily routine. The cost is less than $2.50 a day, particularly when kids get it free. And it's probably the simplest, most convenient and affordable way to get massive amounts of nutrition into busy families. And I love the mission that our company had to provide that children's health studies so that whole families can get healthy. Some people are excited about improving their own family's health, but they also think, oh my gosh, I wish my friend so-and-so or my uncle or whoever could hear this. And we all know people who could benefit from better nutrition or better health. So we love helping people and we love changing stories. And for us personally, it's a mission. For me, when I started taking Juice Plus, I just wanted my whole family, meaning not just the people in my house, but everybody that I loved and cared about. I wanted them to learn about Juice Plus and be able to take that. So I would be remiss if I didn't share with you that we're looking for people to help us on our mission, because there are people that other people know that we don't, and that can help spread the word. And if you can think of those kinds of people, we do this every Tuesday night. We would invite you to invite them to come to the presentation. Hopefully you liked it. And I've just seen amazing, amazing things in changes in people's health. And just like the stories you've heard tonight, I've also seen parents gain financial peace of mind and be able to choose mom and dad care instead of daycare. And I've seen hardworking professionals gain the choice to build their own dreams instead of someone else's. I've seen college kids build a side gig to help pay for school expenses without having to get a job, like flipping hamburgers. And they can do that kind of on their own time frame and in between classes and so on. Watching kids do this is so much fun because they do it all on their phone. But I've seen empty nesters increase their retirement income. So there's some extra fun money so they can enjoy life and also give to their future generations, their kids and their grandkids. So all of this takes place using a simple system with a positive, supportive community that we call the Juice Plus family. And there are just lots of different possibilities that you could plug into if you wanted to. So you can ask yourself the question where you see yourself. You can, share that with Sandy. And if there is somebody, we would just love to talk to them. And maybe they would join us next week. So after we're done, whoever invited you to this call, which in this case is Sandy, will send you the Healthy Living Revolution website link. There's great information in there, totally free, no matter what anybody decides. And I'm going to turn off our recording, and I'll let you ask questions if you like. And I just thank everybody that participated tonight, and have a great night. Just a second.